welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Raquel. This channel is all about me and my husband Kamil. We are a Polish and Filipina couple currently living in Poland. We uploaded videos about our travels, fun, and most importantly, videos that could help Polish and Filipina couple processing for their documents. So if you're into this channel, keep on watching. Recently, we finally hit 700 subscribers, and thank you guys to each and every one of you. We know we don't upload so often, but you guys are so amazing that you always look forward to watch our new videos. Again, thank you very much. If someone asks us about our love story, most of the people say this can be written as a novel or can be made as a film, but I know that can be impossible to happen. That is why today, I will be making a story time about our love story. I will be starting on the very beginning, so I hope this video won't be that long. By the way, this video will be in Filipino and in English language, so I can tell the story very well. But do not worry for our Polish viewers. We will make sure that we will make subtitle right down there for you to be able to understand what this story all about. And for those who won't understand, I apologize. I hope you won't feel disregard and unsubscribe into this channel. Alright, without further talk, I'll go ahead and start. For those who are curious if I do like to have a foreigner partner, boyfriend, or husband, I will honestly say yes. I do not know why, but it all started when I was in high school that I feel more attracted to those men who are tall, white, and I think one of the factors is that 3 of my cousins, they are married to foreigners. Ang love story namin ni Kamil ay hindi nalalayo sa love story ng ibang foreigner and Filipina couple. Yes, you know what I mean. Nagkakilala kami sa isang dating site, which is the Asian dating. I don't know if it still exists nowadays, but I just wanted to warn you guys, especially if you're a beginner who will enter on that kind of site, because some people, they use that kind of site para makapang-scam or makapangloko, and be vigilant, guys. In late 2013, gumawa ako ng account ko doon, pero hindi ko siya ganun kadalas buksan kasi wala pa kaming internet connection noon. And kung mag-Facebook man ako or bubuksan ko yung account ko doon, kailangan ko munang pumunta sa internet cafe. And during that time, nag-work pa ako sa isang regional hospital. Yung working hours namin is 8 hours lang. But madalas, nagiging 10 hours. So, pag-uwi sa bahay or sa boarding house ko noon, super busy talaga, super pagod na. Kung mag-off man ako, wala na akong time makapag-Facebook or ma-visit yung account ko doon. But yung account ko doon, guys, was very detailed kasi nakalagay doon kung ano lang or kung sino lang yung gusto kong makausap. Pag hindi siya pasok dun sa qualifications ko na nilagay ko doon, hindi ako nagre-reply. At kung merong mga bastos na messages, ay, block talaga yan agad sa akin. The next year, February 2014, natapos na yung contract ko dun sa pinagtatrabahuan ko. Sa madaling sabi, standby ako sa bahay. One night, umuwi yung ate ko, may dala-dala siyang packet wifi. So, ginamit ko yon, Facebook ako, then inopen ko yung account ko dun sa Asian dating, browse lang ng mga profile. Una pa lang, nakita ko na yung account ni Kamil doon. But I wasn't that impressed. Kahit na nakalagay yung age niya doon is 26 years old. Pero I was like, parang teenager, parang ganon, parang walang pangarap sa buhay. Yung talagang iniisip ko sa kanya, yung assumption ko sa photo niya noon. Kahit makita nyo kasi in person si Kamil, guys, bata yung mukha niya sa edad niya. And after a few minutes, biglang may nag-pop up na chat box dun sa screen. Pag yung account nyo kasi doon, guys, isa sa inyo is naka-upgrade, pwede nyong mabasa or ma-receive yung messages ng isa't isa. Unlike pag pareho kayong free sign up lang, may mga times talaga na naka-block yung mga messages. So dahil naka-upgrade yung account niya noon, nababasa ko yung mga messages na sinisend niya sa akin. So, nag-hi-hi lang, where are you from? And yung usap namin noon, guys, napakadali lang. Wala mo sigurong 30 minutes and hindi ko makakalimutan na sinabi niya sa akin, oh, I have to go because my mom asked me to throw the garbage. And bago noon, guys, hinihingi niya muna yung Yahoo Mail ko. May Yahoo Mail pa nung panahon na yon. Then, dahil nga magka-add kami sa Yahoo Mail, yung sunod na usap namin is doon na. at hindi niya na ako matandaan at all. Kung hindi niya lang nakita yung profile photo ko dun sa Yahoo Mail ko, hindi niya ako i-message ulit. April yon, kakatapos lang ng canonization ni late Pope John Paul II, who is now a saint. And I asked him, how is Poland nowadays? Surely that everyone is, proud and happy that finally Pope John Paul is now a saint. So this time, guys, tumagal yung usap namin ng almost 3 hours. Not because we are starting to know each other or, we're starting to flirt to each other, but because ang tagal niya mag-reply. During that time, si Camille kasi, napaka-minimal lang yung mga English words na alam niya. So, kung magre-reply man siya, it takes few minutes kasi kailangan niya munang i-translate sa Google. Pag halimbawang nag-reply ako, ita-translate niya muna sa Google. Then, ta-translate niya into Polish yung reply niya. And ta-translate niya ulit sa English. So, it really took time bago siya makapag-reply sa akin. Believe me, I was so boring that time na every time na maghihintay ako ng messages niya, I was like, 5 minutes na lang talaga, ayoko na. However, there's a part of me back then na parang there's something to this guy that I cannot resist. And I feel na I can trust this guy. Pero hindi pa kami nakikita nun sa camera, chat-chat pa lang. After a while, dumating yung nanay ko. Nasa kusina kasi ako noon, guys. Then, dumating yung nanay ko para maghanda ng hapunan. Yung nanay ko kasi, she's very, very supportive na makapangasawa ka ng foreigner kasi gusto niya magkaapo ng blue eyes. But sadly to say, Camille is not a blue eyes. Then, naalala ko pa noon, sabi ko sa nanay ko, ang tagal naman mag-reply nito. Ma, ayoko na tong ka-chat. Ewan ko, bakit biglang may pumasok sa isip ng nanay ko na sabihin mo nga sa kanya, i-open niya yung camera niya para magkita kayo. Ako naman, ayaw ko pa noon kasi ayoko na ngang i-chat siya kasi feeling ko nga boring na ako. Pero dahil sa kakapilit ng nanay ko, napa-oo na lang din ako. Yung inopen niya yung camera niya, guys, the moment na nag-appear yung mukha niya dun sa screen, napaganto talaga ako. Oh my God, ang gwapo. Itong gwapo na to, yung ka-chat ko, and ako na feeling ganda. Ayaw ko pa siyang i-chat. Ay, ang bilis ko talaga nun, guys. Nag-ayos talaga ako ng buhok, and nagpalit ako ng damit, and smile sa camera, ganyan. Bigla akong kinilig na parang high school lang, na kinakausap ng crush. Yung nanay ko naman, na naghahanda nga ng hapunan, nasa gilid naman siya, tinitingnan niya yung itsura ni Camille dun sa screen. Kinikilig din kasi nga daw ang gwapo. This time, after our talk, nag-level up na, guys. Hiningi niya na yung Facebook account ko. Then sabi niya sa akin, can we talk again on Monday? Kasi Huwebes yun. Yung oras, yung araw, bago mag-Lunes, parang ang tagal. Parang gusto ko nang hilain. I was also a little bit worried ng mga panahon na yon kasi parang iniisip ko, paano pag halimbawang nakalimutan niya na mag-chat kami uli or may meeting kami ulit, ganyan. During that time, si Camille kasi nakatira pa siya sa mountain area. And nandoon siya to relax at para makapag-review kasi nag-aaral pa siya ng mga panahon na yon. And also, kaka-resign niya pa lang dun sa work niya dati. This is one of the things that I really admire to him kasi he was working before as a coal miner. And he was working the same time studying. He was working there to support for his studies. He's really determined and works hard to have a better job and a better future, which is one of the things that I'm really proud of him. Kung nasa ang level man siya ng career niya ngayon, he works really hard for it, and I can really see that he's enjoying his work right now, and the passion is really there. Anyways, ayun na nga, doon na nag-start. Pero yung communication namin nun, guys, is hindi pa siya everyday. Parang every week lang. So, sumabay naman na na-hire ako sa Manila. And pag nag-off lang ako, doon lang ako nakakapunta ng internet cafe. Also, in the beginning, we were just friends. We just exchanged ideas about the life here in Europe and what is the life in Asia, in the Philippines. And never pa din kasi naman siyang nakapunta sa Asia noon. I remember na he always dreamed to experience this life living in an island. Few months after, I decided na iwanan yung work ko sa Manila and umuwi na lang sa probinsya. Hindi ako sanay sa buhay na nagmamadali, which is kung nasa syudad ka, kailangan mabilisan yung galaw mo. Nasanay ako sa payapang buhay, walang traffic, walang ingay. So madaling sabi, hindi ako nakatagal. Pero naging way din yon na yung usap namin na every week is naging everyday na hindi kumpleto yung araw pag hindi kami magkausap. So March 16, 2015 was our first meeting. I could still remember that day na para kahapon lang, but almost 4 years na yung nakakaraan. That moment na first time ko siyang makita na hindi na lang sa screen or hindi na lang sa Skype, na parang, nag-slow motion yung lahat. And I was like, oh my God, ang gwapo naman nito, mukhang mannequin. Nabigla din naman siya, guys, nung nakita niya ako na parang hindi siya makapaniwala na is this real, that finally na nakita in person, na hindi na lang sa Skype. And he was all the time hugging me so tight, kissing me on my forehead. And then, yung mga tao na nakapaligid sa amin that time, talagang nakatingin talaga sila sa amin na parang, may eksenang nangyayari, na may eksenang ganap. And I was a bit shy kasi hindi ako sanay ng ganon. So 4 days kami nag-stay sa Makati. We explore Star City, Taal Lake, Mall of Asia, Divisoria, and we also spent my 24th birthday together. First time kong i-surprise ng someone special. 2 days kami nag-stay sa Pampanga. First time niyang ma-meet yung family ko. And I'm very happy na naging smooth yung una nilang meeting. Nakakabilib, guys, na sumusunod siya sa mga nakagawian namin. Kasi kaming magkakapatid, guys, every time na umaalis kami ng bahay or bumabalik kami ng bahay, nagmamana talaga kami sa mga magulang namin. And siya naman, bago pa niya ma-meet yung family ko, tinanong niya muna kung ano yung nakagawian namin. And sinusunod din naman niya yon, ginagawa niya yun, nagmamano siya sa nanay ko, sa tatay ko. Yung remaining days, bago siya bumalik sa Poland, we spent it in Puerto Galera. Almost 2 weeks lang yung naging holiday niya sa Pinas. After our first meeting, I think that was the hardest part kasi walang kasiguraduhan kung kailan yung next meeting namin ulit. Kasi kailangan niya munang tapusin yung pag-aaral niya nun. And sabi ko na sa sarili ko, kung ano man yung magiging resulta ng long distance relationship na to, papadala na lang ako. I won't expect for anything great, but I will just hope that one day everything will fall into places. Nakabalik na sa Poland si Camille, nothing changed. Magkausap pa rin kami everyday na hindi kumpleto yung araw na hindi kami magkausap. 16 months na ganon. Sa 16 months na yon, ang daming nangyari. Natapos niya yung pag-aaral niya. Ako naman, na-hire ako sa bagong trabaho. Until one day, he decided to move in the Philippines. Good thing that the company he was working that time, they allowed him na magtrabaho pa rin sa company nila as home base. Habang nasa Pilipinas siya, nagtatrabaho siya sa company na yon. And ako din naman nagtatrabaho, pero sa isang flat na kami nakatira. Doon niya talaga na-experience kung ano nga ba talaga yung it's more fun in the Philippines. Na-experience niya first time makakita ng ipis. Na-experience niya yung araw na bumabagyo, bumabaha na sa lahat. Siya lang yung masaya dahil nga daw may river na at pwede na kaming makapagbangka papunta ng supermarket. Na-experience niyang mamalengke mag-isa sa public market. Na-experience niya sumakay ng tricycle at jeep. Na-experience niya ma-enjoy yung mga pagkain natin, prutas, street food, aside sa balot. Ang daming nabuong experiences. And I think those days, mas nakilala namin yung isa't isa at mas nakita namin na we can be a lifetime partner. So 8 months kaming tumira sa Pampanga habang nagtatrabaho pa ako noon. February 2017, we moved to Puerto Galera. Doon na talaga nagkaroon ng chance na ma-experience niya yung life in an island. Malapit kami sa dagat, payapa yung buhay, na every weekend nagre-rent kami ng motorbike. July 2017, when Camille proposed to me, kung hindi niyo pa napapanood yung story time doon, guys, I will leave the link down below. Kahit okay naman yung buhay namin doon, payapa, it came to a point na na-miss ni Camille yung buhay sa Europe and nagkaroon din ng opportunity na ma-hire siya sa isang company that requires him na magtrabaho sa office. October 2017, bumalik uli dito si Camille sa Poland and ako naman na nasa Pinas, nagpo-process naman ako ng documents namin para sa kasal. After few months, April 15, 2018, yung araw na kasal namin, it was an intimate wedding. It was a moment to remember para sa aming dalawa and I think para na rin sa mga naging bisita namin nung araw na yon. And now I'm finally here. We are happily living here in Poland. And I'm so thankful na kahit malayo ako sa family ko sa Pinas, si Camille gumagawa talaga ng way para hindi ako ma-homesick. He always makes a way para ma-experience ko yung mga bagay na hindi ko na-experience sa Pinas. He's always there para tulungan ako ma-discover kung ano yung passion ko and makapag-adjust ako sa bagong mundo that is totally different to me. Pati sa family niya. Si Mamo, she really treats me as her own daughter. Si Natalia and her family, they're so kind to me. And the rest of the family members, they're so good to me. There was never a time na na-feel ko na hindi ako welcome sa family nila. I can say that meeting Camille is such a miracle. Miracle brought by heaven and miracle sent by God. Hindi ko na sana i-mention tong part na to, guys, because I do not want you to think na in-over story ko lang tong love story namin. But whenever I tell this to someone, it always gives them a goosebumps. Before I met Camille, kakatapos ko lang ng college noon and kakatapasa lang din ng board exam. Nung nag-aaral pa kasi ako, guys, hindi ako nakikipag-boyfriend kasi natatakot ako na baka makagawa ko ng impulsive moves na makapag-disappoint sa parents ko and sa mga kapatid ko. Gusto ko talaga makapagtapos muna ng pag-aaral nun and maging proud sila sa akin, lalo na yung tatay ko. I am a Catholic but I won't claim that I am a religious one. One time, guys, may nakapagsabi sa akin na pag may pinagdasal ka, you have to be specific sa kung ano gusto mong mangyari sa buhay. So, one night, biglang napaisip ako na ipagdasal kay Lord yung love life ko. Sabi ko pa noon, Lord, I think this is the right time para naman ma-feel ko kung ano yung feeling na may nagki-care sa'yo aside sa family at sa closest friends mo. Someone na ititreat ka sa special. Lord, gusto ko po sanang ipagdasal yung magiging love life ko. Sana po, Lord, biyayaan mo ako ng lalaking mamahalin ako despite of my imperfections, despite of my flaws. Yung lalaking may pangarap sa buhay, yung lalaking sabay kaming mangangarap, yung lalaking hindi lang ako ang i-consider, pati na din yung family ko. Pero sabi nila, Lord, pag humiling sa'yo, be specific daw. So, hinihiling ko, Lord, na sana biyayaan mo ako ng foreigner. Gusto ko po foreigner, 26 to 29 years old. Gusto ko po taga-Europe. Ganun talaga yung mga qualities na hiningi ko kay Lord. Yung maputi po, yung matangkad. Pero sana po, yung lalaking ibibigay niyo po sa akin, hihingi po ako ng sign na he's the one. Sana po, magka-birthday sila ng tatay ko. Isang taon ko pinagdasal yun, umaga't gabi, napagod man ako at huminto, pero si Lord, hindi siya napagod na makinig at sagutin yung mga dasal ko kahit alam niyang may doubt ako sa ability niya. Lumipas yung panahon, nakakilala ko ng lalaki na akala ko siya na. And then yung relationship namin noon, hindi na work. But God is so kind na binless niya ako ng partner na katulad ni Camille. Yung mga qualities na hiningi ko kay Lord noon, lahat yon talagang pumasok lahat kay Camille. Nasa kanya talaga. And yung sign na hiningi ko na gusto ko magka-birthday sila ng tatay ko, sinagot din niya. Whenever I look back on those days, may mga time na nagiging emotional ako kasi it just touches my heart and it just makes me realize na kahit pa may doubt tayo minsan kay Lord and hindi tayo naniniwala sa ability niya, but si Lord hindi siya nagsasawang makinig. And be specific lang talaga kung meron tayong hinihingi kay Lord. And that's the end of this story time. I hope you inspired by our love story. This year, 2019, Camille and I are so overwhelmed about our plans for the succeeding years and for this year. And we are so happy to share some of those plans to you guys. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and do not forget to hit that tiny bell right beside it so you'll be updated on our next videos. Again, thank you guys for watching and we'll see you all next time. Bye!